Hello! This is my second time doing this, so hopefully I'll get a little bit better every time. As far as really following them too much, it was hard because, in Canada they're not as well known, so I did kind of know about it, but it wasn't, I guess, to the extent as it would have been if I grew up in the UK or in Europe. That is a pretty easy question because obviously he's an amazing guitar player, and I always knew he was good at playing guitar, but it's nothing than actually seeing what he's like live and sitting with him and having him play things is ridiculous. I really like the way he plays a lot of licks, and he played on our first album quite a bit, or my first album, and the things he came up with so quickly, I just was shocked. I think he is definitely underrated, and hopefully, people will definitely realize what an amazing guitar player is because he's pretty awesome. But don't tell him I said that. It's kind of a hard question because there are so many awesome songs. I guess like In My Chair I like a lot because it's kind of bluesy, and I like a lot of blues kind of driven stuff. But um, I like, obviously, Matchstick Men is, for here, that's definitely like a song I always heard a lot, and that's such a cool riff that he came up with. It showed to me last time I was there, like how he kind of just sat there and he was all of a sudden playing something and it just kind of came out. And I think things that are like that, when you write a song, like being a songwriter, when it just all of a sudden comes out of you, that it doesn't come from anywhere, that's kind of a cool feeling. Live, I really like the Oriental song, which I think maybe surprises some people when I said that. Like when we were uh, doing our signings and meeting people after our shows, they'd ask me what my favorite song was, and I really like that Oriental song. It's really like makes you head bob the whole time. There's no plans. I guess anything is possible, but I think we try to stick to our own music. But I wouldn't be 100% against if I did find one song that they had written or my dad had written that was just fit perfectly with us. I'm sure we will eventually in the future. Hopefully, maybe in Europe somewhere, or France or Germany or anywhere. I do it basically. Touring with them was like a really cool experience for me because I know my dad on a level of kind of meeting him in the studio and knowing a little bit at home, but when you interact with him as a father-daughter relationship on the road, it definitely, I think, strengthened our relationship. It'd be pretty funny because we'd play some nights and my dad would be at the side of the stage, or he'd mess around with Greg the drummer, like he'd pull on his legs while we were playing, and or like sit under him, like Greg would be drumming, and beside him my dad would be lying down just staring up at him like in the face, trying to, like, I guess, throw him off. On the first tour, before we went out, we were rehearsing in his house, and he said to us, like, don't be, offended or anything, because when I'm on the road, it's a different way. I can't be, there all the time, and I can't be, like, always in your face. I have to treat you like a support band. And then pretty much after every single show, he was up there, letting us know how we did, or before we went on, he was at the side of the stage with us. Sound checks, he would always, give us pointers or tell us, we were doing a good job, or tell us we should, fix something. So it was awesome having him there to advise us, and he's had so much experience that taking advice from somebody who's done it for so many years is such a great help. I would say not really, because before we did the first tour, we were kind of told, like, we're too late, and it's ridiculous that his daughter should do that, and they should have another band do it when the harder band. The response from fans was unbelievable, and I still thank everybody every single day for being so kind to us. And after every show, we'd always go out and see, talk to the fans and see if they wanted to come up and, like, socialize with us or buy CDs or have CDs signed. And we loved talking to people and loved having people's feedback, saying which songs they loved the most and which songs they didn't like so much, or whatever. We just love that kind of interaction with people and fans, and gaining fans for ourselves. I would say no, actually. I thought it would probably be a lot more difficult because we're very similar, and we kind of butt heads on certain things because we're both so, strong-willed and have strong opinions. But we pretty much kind of had the same ideas about a lot of things, and I think he knew when to push and when not to push. But On the second album, he wasn't there as much because, like, I think someone said he was on tour, so he kind of popped in and out. So that was kind of like, I would have liked to obviously have him there more because I like his input, but it was still went all right because he'd come back, and when he was there for a couple days, he would let us know what he liked we were doing and what he thought, maybe we could add something to certain songs. So I don't think it was that difficult. I guess just the fact that the new studio is so new and it's a very cute little like cabin kind of thing that was like a really nice experience. Like, it's all obviously we're pretty much one of the first bands to record in it. Not that I know of. I guess I would, obviously, because why wouldn't I? But I don't think there's any concrete plans, anyways. Not really. The song Light Bright kind of was written with his, I guess, assistance or advice when we were in his house the first time I ever went there, or the first time I ever went there when I was, old enough to understand what playing music was. We sat there, and my sister or cousin Deborah had a piano riff and some, a line or two for the song, and then I had some melodies for it. I actually have that demo somewhere. I'll maybe try and put it online if I can find it because it's really cool. It's just, the piano that was in his house and him playing a lead through it. So it sounded awesome. And that moment I was like, this is what I have to do forever because it was such a cool feeling just finishing a song that, you have thought about and worked on and, having that finished product and being able to share that with my dad was a really cool experience too. I'm not sure if I'd ever feel like a celebrity. I don't know what celebrities feel like, so maybe I do. I don't get recognized. Maybe if I got recognized sometime, it would help feeling like a celebrity. But I feel like I'm a pretty normal person, so no, don't feel like a celebrity. That would be amazing. But Canada's a funny country because here I find a lot of times you kind of have to be successful elsewhere to be, accepted on the radio here. But you never know. We'll keep working at it, and hopefully you'll be right, and we'll be on the radio and number one in Canada by 2010. Thanks everybody for tuning in, and any more questions, let me know. See you later. I wore red lipstick.